Right, g'day team. Hope you're all well. Let me just get the frame right, make it look nice and smart. They look pretty good. Cranking it up today, you know it, pal. You know it, pal. All right, let's rock and roll. Right, hi everybody. Yes, yes, we are cranking it up. I thought I'd throw some a little bit, I guess, higher intensity and higher rate into here. 4 minutes, very similar to like 1,000 meter pieces. Basically, obviously, we can't do the. We obviously can't do. I'll just change my thing in a second. Obviously, we can't do distance because of the fact that we'll all start and finish at different times. Oh, look, and I spilled my coffee. Ah, never mind. Terrible. What a travesty. Obviously, we can't do the distance, so we'll just do the time. And obviously, 4 minutes is, I guess, close enough. Could be 3, could be 4. 3 minutes 30, but I chose 4. So never mind. So today, as always, we're going to build up into the race pieces so that I guess the last couple are pretty close to full intensity, full speed. So we'll be building up, focusing on that rhythm, the hand speed, the movement speed's probably the key today. Okay, so we've got to make sure that to keep our rate and to keep our intensity and things up, we've got to focus on this rhythm of less is more. Okay, so around the finish, really making sure we're not trying to hold it on too long into the body and getting stuck around the back here, but having enough momentum to swing through and create that inertia around with the handles and travel back to the front. Okay, if we get that right, we'll hold the rate quite comfortably. If that's the right word. Comfortably is pretty much the only way to describe it, where we can still keep the pressure and we can still just focus on the part of the stroke being like 1/4 of our total stroke from the time we're at the front to the time that we're back at the front is the part that we're most under pressure. Okay, and that's that part through the middle of the stroke. So yes, we're connecting at the front and we're hanging and we're holding. So we're trying to eliminate too much like stress and tension of the at the catch, but really like hanging and sitting back through the stroke. So that middle part through here is where we're focused a lot around how much intent and intensity we're putting in, so that then this part back to the front, we're trying to relax as much as possible and really flow with the machine. And that's what will give us the ability to manage once we're up in here in those last couple of sets, okay, where we can really try and find that speed. Now, we've still got control because obviously we could probably go higher in rate and get a little bit more spastic with the speed, but we're still just really trying to maintain a rhythm, okay, and a consistency of our speed once we get up to that high rate and for that period of time, okay? So same as always, we'll get on, we'll warm up, and then obviously the building part for the first couple is just really getting a nice platform, okay? Using these first couple especially to really think about our form and the way that we're trying to produce that power, the way that we're trying to do it as efficiently as possible and with that relaxation and that hang. And then once we start getting up, so it's sort of, if we want to break it up into segments, you've sort of got the first 2, you've got the middle 2, and you've got the last 2, okay? So first 2 create good rhythm. The second 2 are going to create some good tempo where we start to get quite metronomic in terms of the ratio, 1 to 1. And then obviously in the last couple, we have to use a little bit more gas, and we really have to get a good push on, because if we don't, we can't just be relaxed with it and accept the zip up and down on the slide. Okay, we've still got to be able to produce a good amount of power, but we want to do it as efficiently as possible. Okay, so as always, we'll coach it through it. Focus with focal points. You just listen to me, and then really try and find something that's going to be as efficient as possible for you. Okay. Boom. Right. That's it. I saved a quarter of my coffee. It's lucky I had one before. And we'll get into it. I'll get another towel now, as soon as that one's all damp, coffee stained. Beauty. Right. Okay. Let us be friends. Is that the right word? Don't know if you'll be friends with me after this. Of course you will be. Right, let's rock and roll. Also remember, as always, disclaimer, if you want to just drag, if you think it's too heavy, have a play. Or if you're comfortable with where you're at, beauty. Okay, it's all part of the game. I shouldn't say game, part of the challenge. Let's say challenge. All right, let's start some heart rate, because I know this is going to go up reasonably high. Right. Okay. So building into it in your own time, getting as much movement, freedom of movement as possible. Remember in this, as we start off in the warm-up, always just hang as much as possible. The more we keep working on it, ingraining it in, the less grab we get, okay, or the less body or hit. We have that nice smoothness with that change in direction. You always start off, especially here, with a little bit more in the fingertips, a bit more hang that way, before we start to ramp up the pressure a bit. Okay. Once we're out to length and we're comfortable, feeling that rhythm, starting to get that momentum of the body and the sequence, feeling that nice long hang, arms, the connecting points, feeling the push, push and swing. Okay, good. Think about this natural compression. Roll forward. That relationship with the handle. And the seat. Roll up. Good. Nice. Okay. So just feel a little bit more press now. Body's getting better, more comfortable in the position. Okay, this will last sort of 30 seconds. Just squeeze it on. Pressure on that press, that footboard. The body hanging and opening up. Okay, a few more strokes. One more. Good. Okay, you beauty. Okay, nice. Okay, so we know the focus. Have a goal in mind. Think about what you're trying to achieve while we're doing this. Okay, in terms of your the technique that you're trying to hold, things that you're working on, and let's really try and nut that out. Okay, as I mentioned before, let's break this down. First couple, going to get nice rhythm, nice technique going. Second couple, it's going to be about tempo, moving freely, tapping it along, getting used to that flywheel, maintaining that flywheel spin. Okay, protecting the what we've created. And then the last couple, we're going to be working it. Okay, we're going to have to work reasonably hard, keep the rate up, and we're going to have to push it on. Okay, you beauty. Right, here we go. So check everything's all good. And let's jump on. Select workout, new workout, intervals time. Pretty easy. Just chuck that up to 4 minutes. Rest time 1. I thought about going a little bit longer with the rest, but I think we'll be okay. Okay, so especially because through here and here, doesn't sort of 60 minutes, 60 seconds will be fine. Obviously up here we'd love to have a bit longer, but never mind. This is the challenge. Okay, so quick drinks, do what we need. Pressing the checkbox, rock and roll. Okay, so as you'll notice, rating's very easy. We're just going up 2 every time. Right, here we go. Okay, let's start for the first one. Okay, righto, are you ready? Tension. Go. Nice rhythm. Start off real relaxed, real long hang is the focus. Getting the sequence of this body through the drive. Okay, really good. Hang and swing. Nice, okay. Smooth pickup. Remember that creation is through the drive, not start of the drive. That patience. Hang and swing. Good. But nice and smooth with that drop into the front, feel the seat. Just ride forward. 1 speed. There. Momentum off the back. And that's set with one speed to that compression point. Righto, breathe up. Now, so remember, just moving a little bit quicker with the hands. Travel speed. Okay, good. Breathe. Be nice and steady with the body. Smooth pickup. Okay, we focus the smooth pickup now. We take it through the steps. Okay, so let that body get to that compression point there. Can't go any further. Smooth change. Nice. Okay, really good. And we just continue this. It's a continuous motion. Good ratio. Hang. Swing. Good. Nice and patient. Easy. Just like that. Okay? So use this rest period, especially when we get later in the workout. Relax, recover, just move, and evaluate, okay? Evaluation, self-evaluation. How'd that feel? Okay, it might not feel super warmed up yet, okay? Might be that you're pretty fit, maybe been doing a lot of training. You'll be like, didn't feel as comfortable there, okay? Start to understand your body and how long it takes to start to feel good, okay? Same again on this. Get on that 22, start moving. Here we go. Now, so remember to start off nice and elastic. Don't have to worry about super long length. Just be content with where you get and then search for that little bit more length after. Okay? It's ideal to get to the rate first and then think about the length and the rhythm after. Okay? This is good. We've got to move the hands. It's good. Handle speed in, handle speed out. There, brushing that body. Nice and flat with this chain. Good. Making it metronomic. Continuous motion. Good. Yeah, good. Nice rhythm. Okay. Hold that posture right into the front. Patience with that turnaround. Don't have to hit or jump out of the catch. Okay, up 2, moving up. Now, so just remember, move quicker all over the stroke, not just in one place. Now we hold this. Okay, breathe into it. Hang. Long arms. Focus this hang from this compression point. Press away those feet. Okay, really good. So roll in. You can still feel it in the fingers. Still feel that pressure drawing us back. Got control. Think about your grip. Are you got piano fingers? Can you move them? Or is it choking the handle? Control, but with continuous motion. Okay? Ingrain this 24, back and forward. Feeling the tempo, feeling the motion. Good. Okay, nice. Okay, good couple of sets to start. Really focus there on that rhythm, the motion, trying to be relaxed because we have to transfer as much of that relaxation into this tempo now, okay, for these next couple of sets. So this first one here especially, find our rhythm, find our rate, and sit in to the motion that we create, okay? Back and forward, firm, move them. Now, okay, elastic length to start, find our rate, and then we've got our rhythm. Okay, breathe into it, tap it along, okay, good. Move, one pressure, both feet, as we push away. Feel the arms like they're coming out of the socket, and hang. Let's swing back naturally with those feet being pressed, holding that pressure against the feet all the way. Leaving the arms long. Body coming through, arms just finish towards us. Good. Legs push the body. Okay? So as we free it up, remember, we tap it along, we create a little bit more speed, and then we protect the speed. Now, okay, there it is. We can jump up. Now, think about maintenance. Don't need to add any more. Breathe. Hand speed around the back. With me. Brush the body away. Got the swing. Hands to us. Rhythm around. Hands get drawn back. The speed of the bungee. Sitting nice and proud. Steady with the body. And remember, tap. Taking this flywheel. Maintaining its speed. Good. Loose. Relaxed. Open the mouth. Move away. Right to the line. Good. Okay. So feel how that pace starts to get very tempo orientated. Okay. Back and forward. Trying to maintain that speed of the flywheel. Okay. Really think about that as a thought process, not I've got to push hard every stroke. Up to speed, tap along. Okay, yes, we're all using the energy to maintain the speed. We're all puffing and panting. But the idea is to not think you've got to work extremely hard every stroke. We've got to just tap the flywheel over to get the speed on screen. Okay, start off here, so we're third, into that rhythm. Now, elastic, with the length. Find a rhythm here. As relaxed as we possibly can. We start tense. We're going to tie up. Release that pressure. Front of the body. Handle brushes. Okay, good. Now, we've got this rhythm. So to maintain the flywheel, think about the body. Rhythm through the middle of the stroke. Hand, legs, push that body. Maintaining flywheel speed. Good. Continuous motion. With elasticity. Good posture. Okay, and we're just tapping it along. Maintaining. Be content with the speed. Work on the rhythm. Efficiency, up to. Now. So, moving a little bit faster now. Okay? And how we feel the leg speed. Handle speed. Good. Okay, breathe here. Set ourselves up. Efficiency. Open the mouth. Push and swing. Feel that body weight. Tongue off the handles. Good. Nice. Tap it along. Listen to the machine. Okay, breathe with me. Find the own breathing rhythm. Nice. Remember, don't get stuck around the back. Hands brush and away. Done the hands in the front. Nice. Okay, good. Okay, good tempo there. Now we get into the intensity. Okay, break this one down again. 28. Start off, get the movement speed, the rhythm, find that ratio, stay loose with this hang. Okay, and then we sit into a continuous rhythm, motion, and then we free it up through that halfway and we tap it along. Okay, firm. Here we go, elastic. Okay, start off nice and elastic. Don't pump it out. Slowly get that speed up. And then now, okay? Takes a little bit of time. And sit back into the push and swing. Good motion. Stay long, loose, hand connection. Brush that body. Forgetting to sit back through the middle. Forget about the arms. Come to us in a way. Breathe. Metronomic. Flywheel speed. Good tap, okay? Move around the front. Up 2. Now, elastic. Hand speed. Good. Find this rhythm. Hang and swing. Breathe. Relax your face. Brush the body. Hand. Good. Yeah. Hold the rhythm. Continuous motion. Smooth application. Flywheel spinning. Moving with it. Taking the speed. Good. Tap. Tap. Okay, relax. Nice. Righto. This is where we need more break. But know why we're here, what we're trying to achieve. Okay? Really try and do the rate. Okay? If you need to, just take your thing down a bit. Okay? I'm good. I'll leave it where it is. But just the point, let's get the body moving with speed and hold and maintain that pace. Okay? As efficiently as we can. That's the goal. Firm. Elastic. Now. Okay? Take our time. Find the rate. And rhythm. Good. Hang with me now. Long arm. Good. Yeah, hang at the sockets. Speed of the flywheel. Hold this. Tap. Changing direction. Smooth. Breathe. Flywheel's moving. Pick it up. No grab. Hang off the front. Relax the hands around the finish. Speed away. Front of the body. Tap. At the speed.
Right, move quicker, here we go. Last two, now. Elastic. Find a rhythm. Sit back. Hand speed. Nice. Now, face. Elastic. Hand. 32 strokes. Long. Swing. Press. Bodies. Rhythm. Tap along. 15 strokes. Swing. Push. Long. You ripper. Okay. You're moving. Suck it in. Heart rate got up there. What a ripper. Okay, let's keep moving. Breathe. Big breath. Stimulate that oxygen supply back to the muscles. Okay, in the meantime, just press your menu, set it, send it to your memory. Okay, we'll just paddle here a little bit longer. Okay, and then warm down. Okay, really good. Okay, good. Really, really intense session. Okay, by breaking it down, steady, tempo, intensity. Really learn about how when we get this flywheel moving and we just tap the flywheel along, which you probably felt at a certain rating through here, how smooth it felt, how sort of easy or manageable, I probably should say, it felt by just moving along, tapping it along. Okay, it's nice and steady. And that's really the key, especially when we start getting up into that really high stuff, is that there's a crossover between having to really work the machine, but still having an element of the rhythm and the flow and the ratio of that work and rest. Okay, probably in that last 30 seconds, wasn't much rest going on, okay? Because we're right under that sort of race pace sort of area, okay? But hopefully we set ourselves up well, so when we got to it, it's like, fuck, here we go. Still got 2 minutes left. But if we had the fundamentals right, and we looked for that hang, and we looked for that flywheel, and we looked for that body swing. If we managed to get some of that, we should have been hitting some reasonable numbers. Okay, and then obviously last minute, it's like, righto, count strokes. I don't know about you guys, but I count strokes. And so just putting ourselves into that position, especially when we're right under the pump, but being able to control ourselves, have a little bit of that composure, but at the same time, working close to max. Okay, so let's just lengthen out a little bit here. Let's make the stroke just a little bit longer. Don't worry about pressure, but let's just get this travel distance on the slide. Still having the hang. If you're like me, you've probably got sore glutes and a butt. Oh, that intense stuff really gets me. Okay, but we'll roll this out together. Get ourselves nicely warmed down. Okay, I can't stress how getting a good recovery is super important to development, to overall recovery, injury management, you name it, it's all there. And this 5 minutes here can mean a massive amount long term. Okay, so let's now start feeling a little bit of body weight. So we can start to feel a little bit more press, a little bit more activeness in our recovery. Nice hang here. Really focus this hang now. Leave these piano fingers out long. Really think about them. Nice grip around, okay, without choking that handle. Feeling that hang. Good. Do another 10 strokes. Just feel it now. Feel that press. You can add a little bit more. Good. Another 5. Breathe it in. Nice long arm. Nice press on the legs with the body. One more. Beauty. Right. Great workout. Great workout. It's tough. Pat yourselves on the back, okay, because that there is getting right up into that race pace sort of area, okay, and obviously as we do in most sessions, we've used a lot of this here to build up towards this sort of last set. Okay, and it's really good now, once you've finished, you know, while it's fresh in your mind, and obviously a bit of Q&A here, think about it in terms of how you felt. Where did you feel most comfortable? You might have been like, you know what, I really felt good at 26, 28. Felt like I had good rhythm, or it could have been 24, 26. Okay, and we'll probably all be very similar. I found this to be lovely. 5, 28, 30. Whew, it was beautiful. Just really finding that ratio, that one-to-one rhythm, and just tapping it along. Didn't feel too much under stress. When I started getting up here, I was like, should I be watching the rate a little bit, go up and down? And these are the things that we want to identify and be able to say, look, I feel like I'm not rating a lot. You know, maybe I need to work on my rating a bit, okay, which means that we've got to start bringing some rate stuff into your program. You know, I know we've got a lot of it back on the stream, but, you know, it could be a chance. I probably need to do it. Start throwing some stuff into the stream where we actually go above and beyond, okay? Because at the end of the day, let's just say you want to race at 32, 33, okay? We need to do some stuff higher so that then it makes 32, 33 a lot more comfortable, okay? So that's part of where you've got to start to learn about yourself and start to identify parts that you think you need to work on, okay? And obviously this stuff here is hard to work on because it's intense, it's hard, and it's physically and mentally draining, okay? Great workout. You're the best. Thank you. Nice. The last 2 minutes felt like 2 weeks. It did, right? I'm exactly with you there, pal. Any fine-tuning advice about where to sit on the seat? I don't know. The problem is you've just got to be comfortable. And to be fair, any intense stuff, and I don't know about you guys, but if you're getting really good drive with the legs and the glutes and bringing the body through, you're really, I can feel it now, right in the sit bones, just underneath, right down where your glutes and everything join in and your hammies, I can feel it here. That starts to really hurt because that's where you've got good engagement, but you're also rocking right over top of those muscles that are trying to work pretty hard. And so it really is just a personal preference where if I do long pieces, I'm sitting on a towel all day because I will just get to a point where I felt my legs were starting to go slightly numb. And as it is experience, I wriggle around a lot. You sometimes see me go sideways a little bit on a drive just to get a little bit more comfortable. But it is very much a personal preference in terms of it. And, to a point, I'd be like, well, maybe it is wise to just sit a little bit further forward on the seat, see what that does to the pressure. It could even be that you need to go back a little bit further. But they're not the most comfortable seats. And I don't think any rowing seat in the world is. Okay. And the opposite applies where if it's too soft, you do lose a little bit of feeling, and also it's not really fundamentally for the muscles. It's actually putting you in a sort of a weirder position. Okay, so ideally we want to be as flat as possible. Okay, but there's just enough contour in the seat to help with a little bit of comfort. But ideally we should be sitting almost as flat as possible and just using the natural sort of cushiness of our butts to do a lot of that work. So experiment with it. Seat pads, a little bit of foam. I'd say 10 mil, 15 mils of like foam. Normally a little bit more higher density. Still, it's hard to describe sort of the foam, but any upholstery place, or I'm sure Home Depots or some shit like that would have some sort of foam, not like a polystyrene, but sort of stuff that's in your shoes, that type of thing. And you could just cut out a little square and chuck it on, and that could be done. And of course, that is another way of, if you've already got like flexibility wise, adding a little bit of foam could be the half difference between this sort of 12 to 15 mils or whatever it is in the feet here. Because you might be like, if I have them on a 5, they feel a bit low, but if I have them on a 4, they feel a bit high. So you might be able to split the difference with a bit of foam, okay? So that's something to think about. But otherwise, great workout, team. As I say, think about it in terms of how did you feel? How did you give it a rating? Okay, every time you do a session, think about your benefit. Think about what you achieved, okay? Was it just the fact that you did it? Okay, sometimes, depending on the week, depending on your mental state, everything, sometimes just doing a session gives a tick in the box. Something like this, think back to it, think about where things worked well, where it didn't, where do you need to work on, where do you need to improve, okay? And if it's all part of a long-term plan, look at it in that sense as well, okay? But as always, hopefully you're working on this rhythm and this efficiency, which I'm trying to ingrain in terms of that hang, that smooth rhythm, the thought process around the flywheel spinning and about tapping that along, continuous motion, all of the above. And if you can structure that in your own way and find it as efficient as possible for you, then hopefully you'll get some really good numbers on screen. And I truly believe you will, okay? If you start to master our dance, our rhythm with this machine, we start to really understand what we're trying to do and what's actually our forces. We're working against the machine, but we're working with the machine in certain points, okay, to really get the potential between us and this fucking thing here, okay? So that's us, okay? Right, thanks, team. We'll see you guys here next week. So stay safe, keep training, keep doing what you need to, keep working on this rhythm, keep working on it, experimenting, trying, do whatever, okay, to really try and get that relationship, as I say, between you and the machine and figure it out to see how far you can take it, okay? Awesome work. Pat yourself on the back. It was a hard session, but enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will see you guys back here in 7 days' time. Okay, so thank you very much. That's it from me. I'm going to have a shower and go watch some golf. Right, peace out. Thanks, team.